friends now, and welcome to this episode of the Pirate Round. I be Cap'n Skultopus here, and this be Scarlet Raven. And we are co-captains of the Carrying Crow, and purveyors of fine Pirate Round information. And now, as we start out every episode of the Pirate Round, we have a toast to our friends. And in this episode, we're toasting with some fine St. Kitts spiced rum.
The skull is empty.
The skull is empty. Our friend Pyrate
Drink it
all. But we're going to drink some of the Pyrate. We're going to drink some of the St. Kitts spiced rum, which is actually very high quality spiced rum. Yeah, if you've checked out a previous episode, you'll know that we reviewed it. We didn't realize that
there's a message
written inside the label in the bottle, and it's quite an amazing message. Should we try to read it?
You can try and read it.
Let me see here. Let me see if you get... Okay. If you are reading this, then alas, it is too late. Our beloved ship is beyond repair. We are off the coast of St. Christopher.
Also St. Kitts.
Find something... Oh, yeah. I can't read it all because there's still rum in the way.
That is cool.
I didn't realize that
Until
there was a
we got
message
down
in
below
the bottle.
Until we got below the label.
Inside the label, there's a message in there. Isn't that cool?
That is very interesting.
I like this rum even more.
It's so much more fun.
Friends, welcome to the Pirate Round. We want to say welcome to those who have just joined our ship, to our new crew member, Pyrate. And to those we have met recently who are good friends, we say hello, and we say bonjour.
Bonjour.
To our French friends up in Quebec, and also to our friends all around the country, we say welcome to the Pirate Round, and we say Yarhar.
Yarhar.
Damn, that's so good. So smooth. Now, Scarlet Raven. There's been times when we've done rum reviews. Can you imagine that we would do rum reviews as a pirate?
Why would we do that?
I have no idea. But in the past we have. And that has...
Maybe one or two?
Maybe one or two. And that has led us to this.
They're actually quite some of our popular episodes is the rum reviews.
True.
I can't imagine why.
I don't know.
You know, to those who want to find out good rums or find out about the rums that we've tasted, unfortunately, people can't find some of these rums where they live. You can a lot of times find them online if you can get them to ship to your part of the country.
True. We originally conceived of the Pirate Round, this group, as nothing more than like a rum review site.
Right.
You remember? We weren't going to do really anything except just review rums.
Right, which is part of the name, the Pirate Round. You know, it's like having a round of drinks.
A round of drinks on a round. You know, this table's not round, but it'd be a round table, a sort of discussion about what sort of drinks we would have and how we would review them.
Right, and then of course the Pirate Round is something that the pirates sailed, like Thomas Tew and Henry Avery.
That's
and,
true.
You know, a little bit of our history, which we've talked about many times in some of our histories. A play on words, you know, because the pirates sailed as, you know, the intro movie, which eventually will get redone, sailing from the New World down into the Caribbean, around to the tip there of South America, over to Africa, around the tip of South Africa, around Madagascar, into the Indian Ocean, where some of the pirates, I'll move the Raven there, attacked Mughal ships up in this area, in Bombay and up close into Mecca, and the Bay of, was it the Bay of
No, that's the Red Sea there.
The Red Sea, but there's another name for it too. And then sailing back home.
Yeah, around back here to New York or so.
Or to England or
yeah, the Bahamas. So we're going to do a rum review. We've already done quite a bit of history reviews and talked about books and movies and such, and we'll do more of those in the future. But we've been meaning to do this rum for quite a while.
We actually had this rum in a previous episode with Captain Turner.
Yeah, Captain Turner.
But we didn't actually review it or talk about it.
No, not the rum by itself. We talked about he was using it to make hot buttered rum, or was using it to
it wasn't. We haven't had the hot buttered rum, but something that we're going to do. We were recently on Captain Turner's ship, and I had some hot buttered rum, which is so smooth.
Yeah.
After one drink of that, it's like, oh, wow, feel that.
He was using it to make grog or something.
He used it for something, or maybe we use it to rinse out our mouths after the taste.
Maybe so.
But it's something we have not reviewed.
So, now here's the thing about this. This is plantation rum. And plantation rums are different because they come from Barbados, but they end up being shipped back to France and being placed in old wine barrels. And they sit for 2 years to mellow in the cellars of the chateaus in France, the cool, moist chateaus. When they sit there for 2 years and they mellow, then they're shipped...
Or longer.
Then they're shipped back to Barbados, and then they're bottled. So after they mellow.
We recently did the Plantation Peru, which was from the Chateau Bonbonnet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Chateau Bonbonnet. So there's quite a bit of history
look at that
on this
there
rum.
with the Farcine glass.
In 19th century England, one of the most prized delicacies was a thing called pirate rum. A sipping spirit par excellence. Unfortunately, like many good things from the past, it eventually fell out of use and its memory was faded. Unless, of course, you're a reader of Charles Dickens' immortal Pickwick Papers. I can't say I've ever read those books because I find Charles Dickens to be an absolute bore to read. But he is a good writer.
True.
In which it is featured prominently as a favorite drink of the esteemed Reverend Stiggens. While esteemed is a strong word, it would take a perverse reader, indeed, to consider Mr. Stiggens as anything but a hypocrite for preaching temperance while largely existing on a diet of free drinks at Miss Weller's pub. But it would take a reader just as perverse to deny his connoisseurship in the matter of these drinks. Oh, I've been drinking too much rum.
No, you haven't.
Never enough rum. His endorsement of Mrs. Weller's pineapple rum is good enough for us. The Reverend, by the way, preferred to take his warm, i.e. with a splash of boiling water with 3 lumps of sugar to the tumbler.
Well, that's almost like grog then. Lots of sugar, boiling water, and then rum mixed in.
Right, if you remember an episode, we did a rum.
We did one about grog. Right. Yeah, we did.
Now, Queen Victorian pineapples, before the European arrival in the Americas, the pineapple, an American native, was cultivated by the Guarani people of the Caribbean. The Queen Victorian variety was first introduced in 1668 on Reunion Island. It's considered the best in the world due to its rich, juicy flesh and sweet taste. It works beautifully with rum. Now, I remember when we were in Hawaii, the pineapple there was just fantastical.
Folks, you cannot remember this. Now, here's the thing.
I miss Hawaii so much.
I don't like the heavy citrusy stuff.
Well, it's too acidic. It burns your palate.
It's too acidic. But the pineapple in Hawaii, their native pineapple, was so mild and so flavorful. We had it every morning for breakfast, and I just loved it. It's just such a wonderful, mild flavor.
Now, Plantation 1824 pineapple rum, with the help from the spirits and cocktail historian David Wondrich, we've tried to revive the forgotten nectar. We relied on several ancient recipes and added a few traditional techniques from our own bag of tricks. The 1824 English Journal of Patent and Inventions and the 1844 Journal of Agricultural Societies were our main source of inspiration, along, of course, with Mr. Dickens. We infused ripe Queen Victoria pineapples with rich aged Plantation original dark rum for 3 months. Meanwhile, we marinated also in rum the bare rind of the fruit, which the pineapple essential oils chiefly resides, and then distilled it, creating a bright pineapple essence to blend with the harshness of the infused pineapple rum. Well, there is a ton of history on this.
There is too. It's a history of cocktails in America. And you know, one day we're going to do an whole episode about the history of rum in America. I've got several books about it, and we'll do it. We'll do an episode of it.
Stiggens Fancy is our liquid thank you to the Tales Apprentice. To you who do so much for all of us, we hope you enjoy drinking it as much as we did making it. Following the West Indian tradition, Plantation Pineapple Rum is our gift to you.
Well, that's very nice.
A Gabriel and D. Wondrich.
You know, that's quite nice, folks. That truly is. Well, you know, let's have a sip of this here.
It's got a nice wooden top and a cork.
Ooh, look at that. Gentlemen pour for ladies first.
As if I'm a lady. I'm
You're
a woman,
a fine lady. All right, folks. Remember to indulge responsibly, but also remember to enjoy your drinks.
So,
and let's give it a smash first.
It's got that that rich pineapple smell, but it's not. It doesn't have that acidic pineapple smell.
It's a good citrus there. It's mellow. It's very complex pineapple.
Wow,
I can smell the pineapple oil in there.
Look at that color.
Oh, careful, careful! Don't spill.
As if I'd spill it. Of course, Bill G is right under it.
He's right under the waiting for it.
He'd be quite happy.
It's a very dark amber color. They've really done a good job with the color there to make it this really rich, beautiful, sort of like the Scarlet Raven's hair there.
It's getting grey. I'm getting
Oh, no, don't look at it that way. It's very beautiful.
Okay, you ready for a Yahar?
Yar. First Yahar.
Yahar.
Yahar, folks. Thank you. Oh, so good. I get the first burst of pineapple that runs across your tongue.
Now, when I swish it around, I do get the burniness in the tongue. I don't get the burning in the throat.
No.
Like that Listerine orange stuff that we did not recently.
Don't mention that.
This is actually quite good.
Yes, it is.
It's not over the top sweet. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but it's dry.
You know, I don't think they added any extra sweetness to this. What you got through the pineapple oil is a bit of sweet, but it's mainly a dry rum, so it doesn't have that saccharine sweet taste that sort of makes you blanch when you drink it.
Now, without swishing it around, you don't get the burning in the nose. You get a little burniness in the throat, but it's not over the top.
No, it's not over the top.
It's actually quite smooth in many ways. But it's got that very pineapple taste without being over the top pineapple.
It starts out being very citrusy, and you taste that first pineapple as it goes in, and then as it goes down, you get a warmth. But it's not anything that I would say is harsh at all. It's quite smooth.
But it's also got the woodiness.
Yeah,
without being over the top woody.
Well, a lot of plantation stuff, you know, is cured in those French casks there in France, and they cure it to mellow it out there in those wine casks. And I believe it's the white French oak. You can correct me, folks who are watching this. It's the white oak that does not the red oak. The white oak that mellows it out with the sort of vanillin flavor that makes it smoother.
That's good. That's very good.
Second Yahar.
That's a very good rum.
Boy, folks, you know, I would recommend this. I would say you're sitting around with your friends, you got a crackling fire, you got some doodads you want to drink and eat and stuff, and someone says, hey, I've got a different kind of rum. Let's pass this around. And you pass it around and everyone enjoys it. And they say, goodness, you know, pineapple. And they start telling stories about pineapples, you know, and the first time they had them and how they taste. And it's really, really good, isn't it?
This is very good. Now, unlike the other plantations, this one does not have the wicker or whatever wrapping that they have.
Yeah, they got that wicker wrapping.
But this is quite a good rum.
Yeah.
Stiggens fancy. I like that Stiggens. Reverend Stiggens.
Oh, the hypocrite. Now, folks, those of you who are Catholic, of course, you know...
And of course, Reverend Stiggens in that time
he would be a Catholic. He would be a
Protestant.
However, good Catholics like myself and everyone else who's watching.
Well, you're not Catholic now.
Well,
but you're. Well, I guess once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
Here's the thing.
A Catholic.
Here's the thing. Even though I be a horrible pagan and a heathen, when you're baptized in the Catholic Church, you're always a Catholic, and we love our booze. And you know, I can just see the Reverend Stiggens going, "Thank God and the Father for this wonderful rum." No blaspheming at all.
On the other hand, you know, I'm a good English born. German and English. Good.
She's a good Englander.
But I'm pagan all the way. Hail to Boudica,
yeah,
my ancestors.
Yeah. I would recommend this, folks. You know, you may not like pineapple, but it's not.
A good rum.
It's not the sort of pineapple that you could dislike because it's over the top. It's got that flavor in it but it's not. It's not the sort of thing that would make you blanch.
You can see how much we've drank. This bottle probably came up to about here.
Yeah.
It's down to about here.
Well, remember Captain Turner when he was here, we tried it on a few things, and it worked quite well. I think we made some spiced rum with it.
A product of Barbados.
Well, of course. Barbados, where all the good rums comes from.
40% alcohol by volume, so it's a cooler rum. And it's not hot. It does not burn. It's quite smooth in many ways. So it's a good rum.
40% means it's right in the middle. 33% means it's cool. 43 or 45 means it's hot. But it's right in the middle. It's where it should be.
Good old Reverends, Stiggens.
It's where it should be for the rum. Plantation rums are pretty amazing. They're
good rums.
It's all about the taste master and what they do with the spices and the flavors. And they've done quite a good job with this, I've got to say. It's a huge bit of history. And if you like literature, Charles Dickens and the Reverend Stiggens' fancy 1824 recipe. That's quite a bit of a conversation piece when you bring it up at a party and you're like, well, who here likes literature and who here likes stories?
But rum should be a good conversation. It shouldn't be.
It should.
It shouldn't be just like, hey, let's down this alcohol stuff.
Let's get drunk and fuck. No, that's not what this is about at all, friends. This is about a subtlety and having a good time with your friends.
Rum, it's a good drink, but you don't want to drink too much. That's a bad Christopher Walken impersonation.
That's pretty good, actually. I drink
That's what happens
rum,
when you drink too much.
But I got to say to you that this rum is quite enjoyable. Pineapple. Anyway.
We've been drinking too much rum, but we've been having a lot of fun.